Shall I start?
Yep, you can start.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the online meeting of Speakers Community Toastmaster Club. I am pleased to be your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. In the online meeting environment, there are few instructions that we follow. I request you all to rename yourselves, all Toastmaster to prefix their name with TM, and all the guests to be prefix their name with guest. I also request all the speakers and the role holders to prefix their role as per given so. I give you 10 seconds for this activity. All speakers are requested to do a quick audio and video check before they start their speech. Tech host will confirm on the settings. I would request you not to type anything in the chat box as it disturbs the speaker, and you can use the private chat to provide feedback. You are all requested to keep your audio. You requested to keep your quick audio and video check before they start the speech. You are requested to keep on your audio and on mute in case you aren't speaking. Please refrain from unnecessary movements or sipping on drinks if your video is on. Please turn off the video in case you need to do so. Do not click on the share screen unless your role requires you to do so. You can display high five or namaste when taking up the roles or leaving the role. You can connect with the tech master for any technical glitch. Today's tech master is myself. I am. If you are a speaker, please ensure that you pin the timer at all times and it is visible to you at all times. This meeting is being recorded, and in case you have any reservation, please let us know. You can network during the break or after the meeting. Let me share the mission of our club. So we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So I further welcome presiding officer to take you to the further proceedings. So presiding officer for today's meeting is Sherin. Now Sherin loves baking and she loves doing painting. So I'll hand it over to you, Sherin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preetham. Welcome all Toastmasters and guests to the 23rd meeting of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. With this imaginary gavel that I have, I declare this meeting open, and I'll just share a small video. I hope it's visible. Can I get a yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So that was the video. Just like you saw in the video, helping others not only aids them, but also makes us happy. It puts a smile on our faces. So there are various ways with which you can help your fellow Toastmasters. You can either provide, or you can help them with their speeches, help them with their role, or you can provide right now, the smallest thing that you can do is provide a feedback, provide an appreciation to all the efforts that they have done. So you can congratulate them, you can say good words, provide a feedback. So I urge everyone today to take this small step, and after each speech or a table topic, you can take a few seconds, take your helping hand and type in that feedback for the speaker, for their speech. With that, I can see a lot of I can see guests today in the meeting. I asked Ninad as to how you came to know about Toastmasters and what are your expectations with the meeting.
Hello everyone, my name is Ninad. I came to know about Toastmaster through internet, and this is my first experience, and I'm quite excited to join Toastmaster.
Welcome, Ninad. We'll get back to you after the meeting.
Thanks.
And I can also see Ashi. Yeah, welcome. I can also see Ashi.
Hi everyone, this is Ashi Gupta here. So I came to know this through a friend, and I'm really excited to be a part of this. I've attended one more Toastmaster meeting, so this is my second meeting now with this club. I'm planning to join Toastmasters for better communication skills and for leadership skills.
Great, good to know that. Now I will be passing on the stage to our evergreen enthusiastic, a person who is always ready for table topics, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Aarti. Over to you, Aarti.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Toastmaster Sherin. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Aarti, Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting. Fun and flooring, laughter and gaiety, celebrations and family bonding, the month of Shravan. I bring to you the pre-festive celebrations to kickstart the festive mood. In Gujarat, pre-Navratri is very much in trend. So before actual Navratri, they start the festival that's called pre-Navratri. So before actual Navratri, they start Navratri some days before Navratri at a small scale. The monsoon eases off. The famous festival season gets underway in August in India. A bond exists between all of us. A bond of friendship, a bond of marriage, family bond, bond between siblings, bond of brotherhood, a bond of sisterhood, and a bond between our pets. An invisible thread of bond binds us in a strong, unbreakable relation till the very end. The most delicate, yet the most strong bond, and celebrated only in India, is the bond between brother and sister. Yes, that is Raksha Bandhan. The theme of today's meeting is Raksha Bandhan. Raksha means protection and Bandhan means bond. Now let me introduce you, especially guests, with the structure of the meeting. Each Toastmasters meetings is divided into 3 segments. The first segment is prepared speech. The second segment is table topic round. And the third and final is evaluation session. Let me take the pleasure to introduce my left and right arms, that is my tech team. That is timer, accounter, and grammarian. Timer for today is Toastmaster Dheeraj. He is also very fond of Raksha Bandhan. He loves this festival. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Dheeraj. Please explain your role. Over to you, Dheeraj.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I am the timer of today's session. As a timer, it's my duty to time the prepared speeches, table topic sessions, and evaluations. And for evaluation, for prepared speeches, timing is 5 to 7 minutes. For icebreaker, it is 4 to 6 minutes. And for evaluation, it's 2 to 3 minutes. For table topic, it is 1 to 2 minutes. Green screen will be shared after minimum qualifying time. Yellow screen after in between the midpoint, and red screen will be displayed after the end of maximum qualifying time. There will be 30-second tolerance for the prepared speeches and evaluation. And for the table topic session, a grace period of 30 seconds will be provided after the your time completed. And okay, and I want to say that please ensure that you pin the timer, else you will not be able to see the timings. And I will present my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dheeraj. Our counter for today is Toastmaster Naran. When I asked him about Raksha Bandhan, he said he loves his sister very much, and he likes to give her gifts, as precious gifts, on every Raksha Bandhan. I would like to invite Toastmaster Naran to explain his role. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Naran. The stage is all yours. Over to you.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and the guests. I am the accounter of the day. As an accounter, I will note words and sounds that are used as a crunch or filler by the speaker. During the meeting, I will listen to the crunch words such as and, when, but, so, you know. I will also listen for the filler words such as I will note when a speaker repeat a phrase such as I, or this mean, and long pause or short pauses. I will give my report when called by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Naran. Grammarian for today's meeting is Toastmaster Charu. And when I asked her about her thoughts on Raksha Bandhan, she said she doesn't have real brother. So she shares a special bond with her sister. She feels that she is her inspiration. I would like to invite Toastmaster Charu to explain her role. Over to you, Charu.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Am I audible and visible to all?
Yep.
Welcome, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmasters, and guests. I'm Grammarian of the day. A grammarian is a quintessential role player in a Toastmasters meeting, as he or she can promote all the other Toastmasters to scale up their articulation skills. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any incorrect usage of grammar, as well as any good usage of words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce you to word of the day, which is expedite. It means to speed up the process or progress of something. It can be used in an example. Neeta asked the company to expedite the delivery of the package. Coming to phrase of the day, which is blessing in disguise, which means a good thing that has seemed bad at first. A good example would be losing that job turned out to be a blessing in disguise for him, as it forced him to plunge into business. I urge every speaker to use word of the day and phrase of the day. I'll give my report when called by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Charu. I would now request all Toastmasters and guests to please switch on your camera. Moving on with the theme, the most respected, close to heart, is the bond that binds us in Toastmasters. Let's all salute this bond with a sign of V. Zoom Master, do take a clip.
Yeah, I'll take.
Is it done?
Yeah, done.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pritham.
Welcome.
Now, moving on to our first segment of prepared speech. First speaker is Toastmaster Hers, and his evaluator is Toastmaster Ankit. When I asked Toastmaster Ankit about Raksha Bandhan, he said, as he has no real sister, he celebrates this festival with his cousin sisters and enjoys to take a snap with them. I would like to invite Toastmaster Ankit to tell us the objective of the TM Hers speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the introduction. Toastmaster Harsh is attempting his first project in Toastmasters, that is the icebreaker. The objective of the speech or the project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note the time is 4 to 6 minutes. I wish the speaker, Toastmaster Harsh, all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. When I asked you Toastmaster Hers, he said Hers about the. Hello. When I asked Toastmaster Hers about Raksha Bandhan, he said, we fight, laugh, and depend on our siblings. It is a celebration of understanding. Toastmaster Hers. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Hers. Toastmaster Hers, can you see the timer card?
Just a second. I need to pin timer, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I'm able to see the timer card.
Okay, you are audible and visible.
Okay.
Toastmaster Hers. Candid with English. Toastmaster Hers.
Just a second. I'm not able to see the. Okay. The card is visible, right? So, what do you think? Can a person change how he or she behaves in the society? Can a person who is shy in talking in front of two people will able to face the large audience in front of them? Generally, in psychology, it is observed that a person cannot change the way he or she deals with the people. Some behaviors are inherited, and while some could be learned through the practice, to change what is inherited in you takes tremendous efforts, dedication, and perseverance. I was born in Bhavnagar and brought up in Bharuch in Gujarat. So I have experienced the two parallel culture of the two different cities. I believe that has helped me a lot in understanding how different cultures work, how the mentality of the people, how the thinking process change when we move from one geography to another geography. Maths was something I was good at, but today I'm going to talk about my candid with English. I was really a shy person in my schooling days. I had a very small circle of people, the friends, and the life was moving good. Then it comes the 11th standard. I was in the same school till 11th standard, where in the 11th standard I was not able to perform well according to my parents, and they felt that I was in a comfort zone by being with them in Bharuch. So they made me switch the school, and we took admission in one of the school in Bhavnagar. So I live with my uncle for the 12th. It was the first time I faced off with the reality. I was on my own because I was at a different, completely new space, completely new friends, and the new school. To acclimatize there was the biggest challenge that I considered. I not only had to cope up with the life, but also have to cover 2 of my study, as I was lagging behind them because I joined in between the 12th standard. I literally had to talk with professors every day to get things done. I need to talk with people to help me with my daily activity at the school. And it took a lot of time for me to acclimatize at the new culture. But when I connect it today, when I connect the dots today, I can see that it was a blessing in disguise. That year, 1 year has contributed a lot in making me confident. Now, coming to the second instance, I got into Nirma University Ahmedabad for my graduation in chemical engineering. This was the second step of my journey. I can still remember the day we had an induction day, and we were sitting at the auditorium, and my mummy told that, Harsh, you should try anchoring, by seeing some of the people, by seeing my seniors doing that. And I was surprised, like I have never thought of doing anchoring. Being from a vernacular medium, it was difficult for me to speak in front of the people, let alone the doing anchoring, right? But her wish on that day stuck to my mind. And that was the day and the day of today. Like I have never looked back after that in improving myself. Anchoring became my dream after that. I worked day and night to improve myself. Here also the circumstances play a major part. Like I hired a private tutor for myself. Apart from my academics, I used to go to the tuition. I used to learn it from that professor. After that, mirror was my BAE. I just stand in front of the mirror and just speak as much as I can. And this was the thing that I could do, because I have never faced people. I was very shy in talking to two people, and to face the audience, it was difficult for me, and I could not digest that. I could still remember the hours that I used to practice in front of the mirror. I gave plenty of auditions to get a chance, but somehow I was not able to make it. The reason was very simple, that because I was fumbling at the time of speaking, and I was not so much confident. But I did not give up. Some of the friends, some of the people told me that you should be very much easy on yourself, because you are from a vernacular medium. You could not do it because you have some barriers. But I was not convinced. I started getting the opportunity. I work on it, and slowly I became anchor. I hosted almost each and every events in Nirma, be it a cultural fest, be it a club meetings, be it alumni interaction. And I was a spokesperson for my club. It was not about the anchoring. It was about the confidence that I wanted to get. Because when I was holding that mic, I could feel that, the confidence that I can feel. To speak in front of 700 people, it takes gut. And, somehow a person who was shy enough, it was a huge achievement. The experience was unmatchable. It has helped me in transforming myself, where I don't have to hesitate talking with someone. These two instances have changed a lot for me personally. It has given me a confidence that one needs in life, and the English has been my companion in gaining the confidence. At the end, I would like to quote one of the dialogue of very famous charismatic TV character. Here it is. What are your choices when someone puts a gun to your head? You take the gun, or you pull out a bigger one, or you call there a bluff, or you do any of 146 other things. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. A great round of applause for Toastmaster Harsh. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Nikita, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Manas. When I asked Manas about his thoughts on Raksha Bandhan, he said it is a classic festival of brother and sister, where a brother pledges to protect his sister from all mishaps. appealing to all friends to take a pledge to protect all girls every day when they leave their homes. Toastmaster Manas.
Yeah, am I audible, visible?
Yes, no. Zoom Master, please spotlight
Yeah.
Toastmaster.
Okay, great. So that
Please tell us
my
the objective of Nikita's speech.
okay. So my target speaker is Nikita. She presents his level 1 project 2, and purpose of his speech is that to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. So best of luck, Nikita. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manas. Second speaker is Toastmaster Nikita. When I asked her about her thoughts on Raksha Bandhan, she said, it is a very special festival of mischief, fun, meaning and fun and never-ending support. She and her cousin used to enjoy the whole tub of ice cream together. Yes, Toastmaster Nikita. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Nikita.
Hello, am I audible and visible?
You are visible, but your voice is cracking.
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm having some internet problems. Can I ask everybody to switch off their videos so I can have better bandwidth?
Nikita, can you see the timer card?
No.
You will have to pin the timer.
Yes, just 1 second. I'm from my phone, so.
Zoom Master, can you help?
Yeah, can I pin the timer? But it will show.
Nikita, can you just go to the timer screen because you're on your phone?
Yeah.
Just go to the timer screen.
Shall I pin or you'll do?
Can you pin it for me? Yeah, I see the
Yes,
timer
yes.
is pinned. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I don't see the timer clock, but I see that it's pinned. Okay, I can see the clock now.
Once you will start, I will.
Thank you. Okay, perfect. Okay. I'm
Toastmaster
audible?
Nikita. Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Okay. Toastmaster Nikita. TBD. TBD. Toastmaster Nikita.
Thank you. Life in a city is normal until one day you're suddenly woken up from your peaceful slumber. That sound, unfamiliar to many, is familiar to some. That is the sound of an alarm of an imminent missile attack on my city. I was an Indian student pursuing my research in a top institute in my field, which happened to be in Israel. At the first sound of the alarm, I had 90 seconds to run to the closest missile shelter. Trembling in fear, I grabbed my phone, wore my shoes, and ran 2 floors down to the closest shelter. I spent the next few hours there with my friends, quaking in fear. After coming back to my room, we all friends were discussing the atrocities of war and the senseless violence perpetrated by the Palestinians. Why were we attacked? What is the fight happening for? Land? Is human life cheaper than the land they're fighting for? To expedite the terror, the media was filled with news and articles about the Palestinian enemy. There were videos trending on Twitter about the design of a new missile called Burak, which they had planned to launch on us. I remember the quiet horror on a dark night that spread in our hearts while we were watching the videos. This instilled in me a deep sense of fear and hatred towards the Palestinian enemies. I spent the next few days waking up in fear every morning, falsely consoling my parents back home that everything was fine here. Then, with trembling feet, rushing to the lab, hoping not to hear the sound of another alarm on the way. I remember setting up experiments with my mind alert for the closest shelter locations and the sound of the next alarm. I kept wondering why they couldn't cease fire and restore calm, and why I couldn't just finish my studies in peace. A few months later, on a hot August afternoon, I was sitting in the air-conditioned cafeteria enjoying lunch with friends from the other labs when I was introduced to a new colleague. He was 6 feet tall, well-muscled, tone-bodied, with dark black curly hair. His charming personality gave me butterflies in my stomach. Being two foreigners, we related to each other's situations so well and quickly became good friends. By this time, I had known that he is from Hebron in Palestine. That was my first shock that made me question my bias. One day, he invited me to visit his parents and sister across the border in Palestine. With great trepidation, accompanied by my willingness to explore, I took a leap of faith and said yes. Little did I know how it would soon turn out to be a blessing in disguise. I accompanied him to his house in Palestine. On the way, I was sitting silently with fear. In my imagination, I felt like I would be shot for entering and I would not be able to go back home alive. When my friend asked me why I was so scared, I expressed to him the distress and anxiety that I was having. I told him how scared I was because of the violence that I saw in the last few months and how the image created by the media was one of horror. He then asked me, Nikita, do you feel scared when you are with me? Instantly, I said, no, we're such good friends. He then told me, then come and meet my family and friends and see for yourself. When I reached his house, I was welcomed by his sister and mother very warmly. They set up the whole table with so many varieties of fruits and candies. For lunch, there were so many dishes and they were all infused with the same love and emotions that my mother would normally shower on me. I accompanied his mother to the kitchen where she showed me all the recipes and preparations that she was doing from 2 days so that we have the perfectly marinated chicken when we come to eat. Their neighbors and friends came home and were so warm and friendly with me. They brought exquisite Arabic coffee for us and they were so happy to share their culture with a foreigner. They showed me around the village and their hospitality and their sufferings due to the Israeli army attack. Then my friend's father showed me his reading collection filled with great Arabic poets and philosophers. His library reminded me of my father's books, and I could not stop myself from seeing my mother and father in his parents. I felt so safe and nurtured, like I was back in India with my family. The mischievous bond that he shared with his sibling was so similar to the one I shared with my sister. It set me thinking about the misconceptions I had about Palestinians. This trip taught me the simplicity of human life and to unlearn my biases. Why don't we all realize that there are always two sides to a coin? Why don't we all realize the biases that are created by politicians and the media? Why do we forget the language of humanity that binds us all? As Mahatma Gandhi famously said, you must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. When the color of our blood is same, why are the colors of our flags so different? What a peaceful world it would be in a white map without borders. I'm convinced that the world can be a much better place if we rise above our parochial tendencies and resolve our differences peacefully by unlearning our stereotypes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. My video is muted. cannot see my video. Thank you, Nikita. A great round of virtual applause for Toastmaster Nikita. Our third speaker is Toastmaster Amey. His evaluator is Toastmaster Sai Kumar. When I asked Toastmaster Sai Kumar about Raksha Bandhan, he said it is an unbreakable bonding and affection that will remain forever. I would like to invite Toastmaster Sai Kumar. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Sai Kumar. Toastmaster Sai Kumar, please tell us the objective of Toastmaster Amey's speech. Over to you.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
No, you're not audible now. No, still no.
So you can remove the headphones and then try.
Now?
Yes, now.
Audible?
Yes.
Yes.
The speaker is attempting level 3 project 1 from the path effective coaching, title reaching consensus. Objective of the speech is the purpose of the project is for the members to work with a group to practice reaching consensus on any topic. The purpose of the speech is for the member to discuss his or her experience leading a non-Toastmaster group towards consensus. The maximum time here is 20 minutes exercise. Timer, please note. I wish speaker all the best. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Kumar. When I asked Toastmaster Amey about his thoughts on Raksha Bandhan, he said it's a festival to respect pure bond and affection between brother and sister. Brother is honored to guard his sister and vice versa. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Amey.
Yeah, just a minute. I have a query over here. Like the evaluator said 20 minutes, but in our meetings, 20 minutes would be a huge time, right? So I'm prepared for 7 minutes. Will that be fine, presiding officer?
As per the
okay,
20 minutes, but as our
It said maximum 20 minutes. So it's
okay. Maximum 20 minutes I can take.
You can take it as per the speech that you have prepared. 7 minutes is fine.
Yeah, okay. Aarti, you are not audible.
Oh, Toastmaster Amey, please check your audio and video.
Yeah. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay. So may I like to see the timer cards? So
Can you see the timer card? You will have to pin the timer.
But timer card is only for a standard speech. It's for 7 minutes only. I have not prepared for this.
Yeah, fine then. I'll maximum time is 20 minutes, so I can stretch it. Will that be fine, presiding officer?
With regards to the time constraint, I request you to continue with 7 to 8, 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, 7 to 10 minutes, fine. Okay.
Toastmaster, wait a minute. Let me finish.
Yeah, sure.
Toastmaster Amey, reaching consensus. Toastmaster Amey.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aarti. I will begin my speech by narrating a real-time incident which many of us must have encountered. I'm going to talk about an incident wherein my mother has to take the responsibility of conflict resolving between me and my father. I'm the person who likes to eat a lot of spicy food, and I hate coconut mixtures and vegetables and curries. But on the other hand, my father likes coconut mixtures in vegetables and curries a lot, and he cannot eat much spicy food. So over here, being a homemaker, my mother has to resolve this conflict. So what she does is she prepares the food in such a way that the food is medium spicy, and the coconut mixture in the vegetable and curry which she cooks is not that easily detectable. So after the food is served, me and my dad at the end enjoys the food. I noticed that the food is medium spicy and I didn't found any taste of coconut mixture in it, and I intend to become very happy at the end of the dinner. On the other hand, my father also feels that even though the food is a little more spicy than what he is craving for, but he still somehow enjoys the coconut flavor in it. So, fellow Toastmasters, speakers, evaluators, and guests, this is what is the content of my speech today, that is reaching consensus. So consensus is a process of decision making in which all the team members in an organization or all the stakeholders within an organization reaches or have an agreement on the policy which is significant for our organization's growth. So consensus means having all of them together on the same line, or let's say on the same ship, and they have equal green signal, or they accept the policies being framed by the organization. Now let me talk about what if these consensus building is not reached. What will be the implications, or what will be the impact on the organization if the consensus is not reached? So the very first thing which will happen is the group will stagnate. That means all the members of the group will be in a state of equilibrium. The ideas will not flow within their mind and brain, and they will be not in a position to share their thoughts or observations and the kind of solutions on a problem. So first thing that will happen is the group is about to stagnate. Second thing will be all the group members or the stakeholders will not have a sense of ownership within an organization, because their opinions or views are neither considered and they are shown disregards. The third thing which will happen is that unfortunately the managers or the leaders of an organization have to impose the decisions or policies on them, and there will be no harmony at workplace. Many a times while working in organizations, we observe that we are not having job satisfaction. It may happen that we are just doing a daily routine work from 9 to 7, and our views, our concerns, and our thoughts on solution on a problem is not being taken at all. And just because to run a family, we are forced or bounded to work hard. So reaching consensus plays a very important role in collecting the opinions, collecting the views, and also giving a chance for all the stakeholders or the members of an organization to at least represent their ideas on solution of a problem. So now onwards, I would like to talk upon the process of consensus building. Up till now, we must have got an idea that how bad impact it would have if the process of consensus building is not reached. So let me talk about now the consensus building process. The first thing which a good leader or a manager does is he engages active participation of all the members of the organization or all the stakeholders of an organization. So the first thing he does is he throws up an open conversation. He invites every stakeholders or members in an organization. And what he do is he start interviewing each and every stakeholder in person. So first, he just throws away the optimum solution which he has designed on a problem which is really worth solving. So generally what happens is that a big problem, which is a concern for an organization, is formulated properly. It has been given to the stakeholders, and then the opinions and their concerns and solutions are taken, and the manager studies all these concerns, opinions, and interpretations of the problem from all the stakeholders. Then what he does, he creates a brief chart of it, and then he disintegrates, or he, let's say, breaks down the solutions in different types. And he tried to find out from that solution the similar ideas, or let's say a similar solutions from all the stakeholders. And also he tries to figure out the concern and what could be the best solution for that concern also. So the solution for the concern and the kind of similarity in the solution or opinion or the concerns of all the stakeholders is taken into account. And as a result of this, a rigorous feedback analysis is done. And finally, the leadership comes to certain conclusion. In this conclusion, what he does is he then defines an optimum solution wherein all the stakeholders agree on a certain point, and then all the concerns are taken into account, and a kind of ownership is being disseminated to all these stakeholders. And then there is a feeling of encouragement, enthusiasm among the stakeholders that they are shown respect and they are considered to be an important asset of the organization. So in this way, the process of consensus builds up, and at the end, everyone works towards achieving the same goal within an organization. So many a times we must have seen that when we are considered by our bosses or leaders or the managers, then we tend to force ourselves to work more and rather work productively, because we are being owned by the institution or organization. So this is the process of consensus building. I would here like to ask a question to everyone, that let us take an example, and in the maybe in the next session we can have an evaluation. So the question is whether to start schools and colleges. Is this the right time to start schools and colleges for youth of our nation, on which the responsibility of our country lies on? So maybe we can discuss the solutions, and then we can come up with a certain kind of consensus that will be beneficial for a nation building. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amey. A great round of virtual applause.
Thank you.
For Toastmaster Amey. Now I would like to invite timer Toastmaster Dheeraj to give his report. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Dheeraj.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, all the speakers are qualified for the as per the timing. Toastmaster Harsh took 6 minutes 1 second. Toastmaster Nikita took 6 minutes 30 seconds, and Toastmaster Amey took 7 minutes 29 seconds. So all are qualified. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dheeraj. Zoom Master Preetham, can we launch the poll for the best speaker?
Yes, I'll launch. Well, out of 16 votes.
Tell me once done.
Okay. Yeah, yes, done. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Preetham. Continuing with the theme, Queen Kunti is said to have tied a sacred thread as a measure of protection on the wrist of her grandson, Abhimanyu. So this was a different type of bond between them. Now, the most awaited table topic session. Table topic master for today is Toastmaster Kalpana. When I asked her about Raksha Bandhan, she said a bond of don't pull my pigtails to playing innumerable pranks with each other, to looking out for each other when bunked classes, to stand up for each other when we were in soup, her bond is deeper and stronger with her brother. Best thing she likes is when he rings her if something has gone wrong and knows he will get a flack from his wife. Toastmaster Kalpana, the stage is all yours. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aarti, for that. You just took me down my childhood memory lines when we both were fighting like cats and dogs. That is the bond between a brother and a sister. By the way, table topics is actually the most interesting segment of any Toastmasters meetings that we have. Have you ever felt your brain freeze, or have you felt lost for word if someone has just asked you to speak on the spot? That is what this table topics is all about. It's about extempore speech and ensuring that you complete your speech before the time expedites. At the same time, table topics gives you, it actually not gives you, it actually is a blessing in disguise, because it helps you to unfreeze yourself in any situation at any point of time in life. Let me read out the rules of the table topics in which all are welcome to participate. That is, guests, please be on your toes. We'll be asking you to participate too. And yes, members, you are going to bond with me on this particular segment. Let me read out the rules now. For table topics, again, as I told you, the time is of essence. So any table topics should be at least 1 minute long, 1 to 2 minutes. The green card is shown at 2 minutes. The red is shown, and after, I'm sorry, the green is shown at 2 minutes. Am I right? And yellow, sorry.
You can ask
I
the
am
green
having
after 1 minute.
difficulty in reading. Give me a second. The time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. Let me reiterate that. Table topics has set time rules. The time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. The green screen is showed at 1 minute. Yellow screen at 1.5 minutes and red at 2 minutes. A grace period still of 30 seconds is given to qualify for the vote. So these are the rules or the time rules that will be allotted as you start speaking. The timer card should be visible to you at all the times, and do not forget to pin the timer cards. I will start my session now. I think I'm going to catch hold of Ankit today. Toastmaster Ankit, may I ask you to be the first, can you bond with me rather, on this particular segment?
Sure, I can bond and
All
also
right.
James Bond.
All right, Ankit, here is your topic. Who do you consider your most precious Fevicol bond? Toastmaster Ankit, your most precious Fevicol bond.
So let me first talk about Fevicol. It brings me back to my when I was a child, and we had the quintessential Fevicol ad, which used to show about the Fevicol bond. Whenever you used to see Fevicol, you used to always associate it with an unbreakable adhesive or an unbreakable bond. And with respect to that, in my personal life, the person with whom I share an unbreakable bond or the Fevicol bond is my mother. Because I believe she is the one who I look up for inspiration. I have seen her from the time I've been born till now, always having ambitions and trying to complete it one step at a time. And she's always been there, even if there were failures. She's always had that self-confidence and has adhered to it and has been there working towards getting her goal. And that is what has come down to me. Throughout my life, I've seen situations wherein wherever I feel that I will not be able to do it, I always remember my mother, how she would look at these situations. And then After that, I think about it and I go ahead and complete the goals. This has been my life with respect to leading or getting inspiration from my mother. What is your inspiration? Thank you, and over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Ankit. That was a wonderful Fevicol unbreakable bond, a bond with the mother. I'm already having requests for participation. Pranjali was the first. Have I got the name correct? Pranjali, are you? You are a
Yes,
guest,
it is
right?
correct.
Pranjali, yes.
Yes, it is.
Zoom Master, could you please highlight guest Pranjali? Thank you, Pranjali, for taking up the challenge, and thank you for bonding with us on this call.
Thank you, Kalpana.
Yeah. All right, Pranjali, here is your topic. Marriage, a fiscal bond or a promissory bond. Marriage, a fiscal bond or a promissory bond. Over to you. Can you actually see the timer cards? Pranjali, is the timer cards visible to you?
I'll pin it. I'll pin it.
You can pin them.
I want to see the timer.
Yes. Are they visible?
I think internet connection is unstable or something.
Okay.
Anyways, I can manage with my timing on the laptop. No problem.
Okay. Okay. All right. You may begin, Pranjali. Do you want me to repeat
Yes.
it?
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. Thank you for the. Yeah, please.
I'll repeat the topic once again.
If you can please repeat the topic.
I will. Just give me a second. So, Pranjali, marriage, a fiscal bond or a promissory bond? Pranjali.
Please.
Pranjali, I think we have lost you.
The topic you have given is a very, very good topic. Marriage, a bond. Basically, I'll first define marriage as a bond. In the legal terms, you can say marriage is a bond between two entities. They share all their financial, emotional, and social backgrounds to each other. At least I have to Google for the word fiscal bond. And bonds pay interest either for the fixed period or definitely that is funded by the taxpayer as a whole. So that is what I got for the fiscal bond. And promissory bond, I suppose it would be a bond which will be giving you a long-lasting relationship or refunds as such. I suppose it to be the meaning of these two bonds. But what really marriage as a bond comes to me, it is a bond not only for 7 generation or 7 7 janmo ka they say 7 phere and 7 janm, but it is a bond of a relationship which is a foundation for any family. Basically, your family starts with the bond of marriage. So the basic structure structure of all our society depends on this bond, and it is very important that we stick to this bond, and this bond is promissory, as well as it is paying good intentions to the complete family, not only the two people involved but the complete family as a whole. And it is all about creating good emotions and good memories, along with the creation of new generation which comes to be. And it is all about creating new structure of the society and a country as a whole. Thank you so much, Kalpana.
Thank you so much, Pranjali. That was really well said. And we move on to the third person. If I'm right, Toastmaster Harsha has also
Yes,
volunteered. I'll
yes,
come back
right
to
now.
you, to General Evaluator Haripriya. But let me move on to Toastmaster Harsha. Harsh, right? I'm sorry about that. All right, Harsh, here is your topic. Love, faith, commitment for an unbreakable bond. Love, faith, and commitment for an unbreakable bond. Toastmaster Harsh. Do check your timer cards, Harsh.
I'm not able to see the timer card. Okay, now I'm able to see. Good. Love, faith, and commitment for an unbreakable bond, right? Is it the topic? Okay, I would move with it. Okay, so yeah, if you ask me like about the love, I'm not very sure. I was never been into any relationships. But yeah, if I talk about the faith, faith is a very precious word I consider for myself, and the relationships, not the relationship, the friendships that I had with others. It's good in business itself. Like when you are faithful to others, when you are faithful in your whatever you do, be it a study, be it a kind of work that you do, or you do the business, you should be faithful to whatever you do. Now coming to the commitment is all about how dedicated you are when you perform a certain task. A lot of people want to become a successful, they want to they want to see something, like they want that if something, they want a life that is out of a glorifying life. But the thing is, like, you have to be committed for the work. You have to be committed to hard work. You have to work on daily basis. You have to have such kind of enthusiasm when you move into a particular kind of work. So it is needed. Now combining all these things, it's a kind of a mixture that we need to work on. Because when sometimes what happens is, a lot of people don't get it right. A lot of people, when they have a kind of exposure, when they have a kind of materialistic benefits in the life, they just ignore the faith and the commitment. And that is the, I would say, that is the kind of behavior that one should avoid. And if we have all these in with ourselves, then I think no one can beat us in life, and we could accomplish whatever we want to. Thank you. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh. That was beautiful. Next, I will request Toastmaster Haripriya to be spotlighted. General Evaluator Haripriya.
If you're actually guest, you can take up them first, and you can take me.
I think I've got one or two topics more, and I'll do that also. So yes, you can participate. All right. Can you see the timer cards, Haripriya? You can just check, please.
Yes,
Are they
I can
visible
see.
to you? All right. Your topic is Toastmaster Haripriya. I am Bond. James Bond. I am Bond. James Bond. Toastmaster Haripriya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana. You have really made me put in the pressure cooker. Seriously, I have no clue who is he. I am not at all into all these movies. That's me. I have always been watching the inspirational and patriotic movies or comedy movies, and I'm never into any drama and these kind of action movies. Okay, still I can just go forward with I am a James Bond. I would want to go against the topic. I never take anyone as a role model or role player in my entire life. Not even Abdul Kalam, not even Indra Nooyi, neither any person, the Avengers, the cartoonist people, no one. I always take consideration idol who are in my life. That's my father. I've always taken him as my idol, have taken him as my inspiration person, because whenever any situation I will be entering because of any outsiders, he always tells only one thing to every woman, that whatever situation you face in your life, it's completely okay. If people are talking about you any bullshit or any nonsense, just avoid it. It's their problem. Why are you getting affected? It's okay if somebody is trying to blackmail you. It's okay. They will go to jail. It's not you. And it's a society. If they keep on talking about you, let them speak. It's their problem. It's not you. It depends upon entire on you. How do you take all these things? So that's the reason I can say that if you have considered a James Bond to be in this topic, then he might be a very good personality for everyone. So I can tell that James Bond is my father then in that case. So that's where I consider as my father as an idol and a James Bond. And thank you so much. And over to you, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Haripriya. That was really wonderful. Now, can I request one more guest, either Abhisha or Ashi or Surekha? Would any one of you like to volunteer, please? I do have one more topic. Would anybody like to volunteer? Shall I call out? Yes, Abhisha, Surekha. All right. In that case,
Ashi here.
anyone from, yes?
Ashi would like to.
Ninad, would you like to participate? Ninad, if I'm right, that's your name. Have I pronounced it correct? Or Ashi, would you like to take part? You can bond with us on this. Thank you, Ashi. Thank you. Wonderful. So, Ashi, could you just check whether the timer cards are visible?
Yeah.
Yes. Guest Ashi. Invisible threads are the strongest bonds. Invisible threads are the strongest bonds. Guest Ashi.
You're on mute, Ashi. You're on mute.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thanks for letting me take a part in this. So my topic is invisible threads are the strongest bonds. So this is something which I really believe because so there are few threads which are just, you have a lot of relations with your friends, you have a lot of relations with people who are not your blood relatives. And even with those are just relations which are just invisible. They are not meant to be. They're not told you. They're not brought up from birth. They're not, those kind of relationships are there. They are there with your soulmate. They're there with your friends. They're there with your teachers. They're even there with your work. So those kind of relations and those kind of bonds, especially, they are completely invisible, but they're actually very, very important to you. They have a lot of meaning in your life. They take you to a different journey of life. Even in the blink of an eye, it can take you to good times. It can take you down memory lanes. It can take you, you can wake up on a weekend. You can think about, you can have a bad day, and you can have sometimes the bonds which you actually have with few people, which are actually there since birth, like suppose, like for example, parents, your siblings are not always there with, are different from the relations which and the bonds which you're facing are different from the bonds which you're having with your other people. Even your work relation is actually one of the best relation which you can have. That's what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Ashi. That was wonderful. I now hand over the stage back to the TMOD, Toastmaster of the Day, Aarti. Aarti, over to you.
Thank you, Kalpana. That was a wonderful session. Now, let me expedite my session. It's a blessing in disguise to have a really loving and caring brother. I have one in my life. Let me tell you about last year's Raksha Bandhan. Neither I could go nor my brother could come visit us. Due to pandemic, we have to respect the situation. It was the only virtual Raksha Bandhan. Those are the days of celebration and we hope for the best for this Raksha Bandhan. Our final segment is evaluation session. I would like to invite General Evaluator Toastmaster Haripriya. When I asked Toastmaster Haripriya about Raksha Bandhan, she said it is beyond brotherhood. It is a special, strong connection between two individuals. Hence, it can be special, strong connection with mother, father, sister, brother, husband, children, and friends. Now, I would like to invite General Evaluator Toastmaster Haripriya. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Haripriya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aarti, for my wonderful introduction. Okay, what is this segment all about? What I'm going to convey right now. Anybody can answer me only in one word. Evaluations. Oh, okay, I was expecting something else, synonym of evaluation. Cool. Okay, thank you so much, Shireen. Okay, let me tell you evaluation, why it is important and significant in our life. I feel continuous improvement is must and it is better than any delayed perfection. As stated by Mark Twain. So that's the reason I'm conveying over here. So I'm going to take up the evaluation segment in different categories. First, I'm going to call upon all the evaluators who are going to evaluate all the speakers present here. Then next, I'm going to call upon the TAC team who is going to help me out in evaluating the entire meeting. Post that, I am going to post my entire report of the entire whole meeting segment with the proper suggestions and the good feedback. So let me start with the evaluation segment, which is very crucial for all the speakers who have done a fantabulous job. So let me call upon the person, the first evaluator. When I asked him a question that with whom you have a special bond in your life and why do you think it's so special? He says that it's his mother and she is his best friend. So let me call upon the virtual stage, distinguished Toastmaster Ankit, to evaluate the first speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the introduction. Nelson Mandela said, and I quote, "I never lose. I either win or learn." Today, I learned a great deal about the target speaker, Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh, congratulations on starting your speech journey in Toastmasters. Let us all give a round of applause to Toastmaster Harsh. What I loved about the speech, Toastmaster Harsh, you started by grabbing my attention, by asking questions. You had thought-provoking questions like, can a shy person speak? And other kinds of questions, which was more related to you, but still you asked the audience. So there was the audience connected at the start itself. Wonderful job done, Toastmaster Harsh. The second part that I loved about your speech was the structure of the speech. When I look at an icebreaker speech, I would like to have the past, present, and future. That's how I evaluate an icebreaker speech. And you had all the segments of it in bits and pieces. You had your past when you talked about your journey from Bharuch, how you grew up till your 11th standard, then you talked about your 12th standard, and then you talked about your struggles in life and how you had different victories at different points of time. So beautifully structured speech, Toastmaster Harsh. The third part that I loved about your speech was the personal examples. Personal examples are also a way of connecting with the audience, and you had two personal examples in your speech. First one was the incident of your 12th standard, wherein you had to acclimatize. And the second one was about naysayers bogging you down, but you had that confidence of never giving up. Beautiful. The fourth part that I loved about your speech was your body language and eyes gesture. For a first-time speaker, you have done excellently in terms of your body language and eye gesture. All your hand gestures were properly put up. your hand gestures were visible, and every time you spoke, your hand was there and it was visible. And that is a good aspect of a public speaker, and you did it very well. And also your eye gestures was to the point. You were always looking at the camera, and that is also a very good aspect of a public speaker. So very well done. Now, what is it that we can do better, Toastmaster Harsh, with respect to your speech? What I find can be done better is that I would have loved if you would have told us about what you're currently doing and what are your future aspirations. Because as I told you, I evaluate a speech based on your past, present, and future. So that would have connected with me in a better way. The second aspect that I would have loved you to work on is, or tell us, is your hobbies. Although you told us that you love anchoring, I would have loved it if you have told me that. I'm just giving an example. If you love football, if you have told me that, I would have connected with you post the session and asked you what's your favorite team. That is also another way of connecting with your audience, by telling your hobbies, and people can connect with you in a better way. Overall, a beautiful speech which had all the elements that are required for an icebreaker speech. That is the structure, personal examples, good body language. Just working on about your future aspect, what you are inclined to work on, and also your hobbies, you would have done wonderfully. The icing of the cake and the blessing in disguise was the Harvey Specter quote at the end, because Harvey Specter is also one of my favorite characters from Suit. Thank you, and all the best for your further speech. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Ankit. That was indeed an evaluation, superb. Okay, now let me go upon the next person. That is, when I asked him about the same question, with whom he has a special bond and why, the person says, with work, as he does with passion, because he loves himself and do not like to get defeated. I'm worried if he's married. Okay, and over to you, Toastmaster Manas. Toastmaster Manas, can you hear us? Are you there? Manas, can you hear us?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, am I audible right now? That it says something network glitch is there. So am I audible and visual right now?
Yes, yes. You are audible and visible very clearly. So I just introduced you, and you have to evaluate the speaker too.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator. So my target speaker is Nikita. So thank you, Nikita. It's a wonderful your L1 P2 speech, strategic leadership pathway. When I heard topic name is, that at late night you message me that a white globe. So I am just expecting something about the environment, something about this pandemic, but your speech is such a timely topic also. I completely, agreed with you that this white globe, right now we are just missing that bonding with our relationship, bonding with, that whatever right now going on. So it's really in pandemic situation, we really need bond where we can see our parents in others when they are not around, So, and second thing, personally, I believe that when we put something outside flavor, then the taste, taste will be different, and it's grab that attention of audience also. So when I heard out of India city's name in your story, so it's make me attentive also. So you're actually in the storytelling. It's a good part. I love your starting point that you just used that attention grabbing techniques by playing that evacuation siren, and you are flawless in your delivery also. It's a good part. And I saw that you are trying to engage that audience also by putting a lot of questions so it's a good part for a speaker to engage all that audience, and your body language is superb. That I saw in entire 6 minutes that your hand movements are good as per the story, and I feel that you are really in that story also. So you put your best, try to touch human being also, human bonding emotions when you saw your parents in your friends' parents. So it's, it's a touching, humankind touching feeling. So overall, your speech is like, blessing in disguise of siren, evacuation siren. So you may want to work on your voice modulation, because really I am unable to tremble situation on your voice when you heard evacuation siren. And I will love if you give a challenge to yourself to give a speech by standing in next time. So thank you, Ankita. All the best for your future speech. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manas. Okay, let me go on to the next evaluator. When I ask this person the same question, with whom he has a special bond and why it is so. So he says that he used to fight a lot with his sister, and as they grew older, the bond became very strong, and every aspect of life, is it a tough phase or in a good phase, now they are together and they stay and remain united. So let me welcome upon him on this virtual stage as Toastmaster Sai Kumar to evaluate the third speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Sai Kumar. Sai Kumar, can you hang on? We are not able to hear you. Timer, can you please start from the beginning? Yes, we can hear you now. Can you speak again something?
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
hello.
are audible. Yes, perfectly, you are audible. Yeah, you can start.
Can I start? For reaching consensus. Now, consensus is an important role in today's professional world, because we have to gather information and opinions view of all the people around who are working with us. And it's a general agreement within a group of people. The speaker, Toastmaster Amay, gave a beautiful speech on the topic consensus. A few things which I like about the speech is the speaker did a complete research expert on the topic consensus. The speech was well structured. I would say the beautiful speech development, I would say, about the topic, well structured and overall presented within a group of people in this Toastmaster meeting who are there. So it had a good presentation skill. The speaker, Toastmaster Amay, laid the foundation of speech into three to four parameters. First, the definition of consensus, where all the audience present here could relate to the topic. Second, the importance of consensus, collecting ideas and information. And the three reasons of consensus. And the process, also he explained the process of consensus. The solution to get a common feedback from stakeholders, and the consequence of consensus, manage conflict, sharing a personal story, and the consideration you spoke of all ideas of members with a problem and solution. Now, one thing which I feel the speaker could have included, it was a well-structured speech. However, the speech object in the manual I read, the inclusivity, where in the beginning, the definition, I think it was like 3 to 4 times where you repeated the same thing, where you could have fit it in one word, and the question and answer, where you could ask the opinion from the people, could have been 1 or 2 questions interaction with the people. So overall, to summarize, I would say it was a well-structured speech, which had a problem solving, definition, just a little bit interaction to get the opinion from member. I'm sure this speech it was a blessing in disguise. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Evaluator. Okay, now we are done with the evaluation segment. But before this, I would like to ask the timer whether all the evaluators have been qualified. Just mention the qualification. Do not mention the time.
Yeah, all the evaluators are qualified for both.
Okay, perfect. Can you please have a poll immediately? I hope everyone are done.
No, 10 out of 14.
Okay, I request everyone to please vote. That would be really great and encouraging for the speakers here. Okay, so Master, is it done?
Yes, done.
Okay, thank you so much, Zoom Master. And we have one more voting which has not been done. So Zoom Master would request, even if you have noted the names of all the table topic speaker, can we have a polling now? And timer, before that, timer would like to ask whether all the speakers or the table topics are qualified.
Yes, all are qualified.
Yes, I'll launch the polling.
Okay, 5 seconds to go more. Okay, so Master, did you get all the votes?
Yes, good.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. This was really wonderful. And now we would like to go for the next segment, that is the meeting segment, where the help of the TAC team, it would be really helpful for me to evaluate the whole meeting. So let me call upon the timer of the day, who was really, it is very, very important and significant to maintain a time management in the entire life, not just in this present 2 hours of meeting. So let me call upon the Toastmaster Dheeraj to please completely brief the report of the timer.
I have already presented about the speaker. All the speakers have completed their speech within the time limit. All the evaluators have completed their speech within the time limit, and all the table topic participants have also completed their speech within the time limit. Okay, over to you, General.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Dheeraj. And now we will go upon to the next person who is very important for us. I'm sure he might have noted down even my ends and all. So I'm really interested to know about that. So let me call upon the person who is going to evaluate our and all. That is Toastmaster Naren.
Good evening, everyone. So starting with Ankit. Ankit is evaluator plus a table topic speaker. He uses a 3 times and 1 time. Repeated words are I have seen and for first time. Harsh, speaker and table topic speaker, uses 3 times, 1 time, 18 times. Repeated words I was, by being, one of the, and I was. Speaker Nikita was a flawless. Manas evaluator, 2 times and so the repeated word filler words 4 times. Amay speaker 5 times, 12 times, and so 1 time. Repeated words is and result. Sai Kumar evaluator 2 times, 1 time. Kalpana table topic master 2 times. Pranjali, a table topic speaker who used 16 times, no repeated words. Aripia table topic speaker, you use 2 times. And Aishi table topic speaker use 5 times, and repeated words they are. That's all.
Thank you so much for the so brief report, Toastmaster Naren. Now, let me go upon for the next speaker, next role player, and that's going to be the teacher for us. I always remember it's a school. Okay, when I asked this so-and-so person about whom do you think is a special bond you have in your life, and also what do you think, why is it so special? So the person says that she has awesome relation with the younger sister, And I was very amazed after listening to this. And she's because taller, stronger, very sharper. I'm missing the word sharper here than her, and she always has her back. It's amazing. So over to you, Toastmaster Charu.
Thank you, General Evaluator Haripriya. So I would like to start by stating that the ambience of the virtual meeting was set beautifully. As a result of that, I don't have a long list of incorrect usage of grammar, which gives us that all the speakers were less nervous and they did not make many mistakes. Said that, I do have a long list of advanced vocabulary which were used by all of you. I'll start with the word fantabulous, snap, fun and floric, perseverance, vernacular, charismatic, slumber, atrocity, trepidation, infused, exquisite, stagnant, adheat, naysayers. Also, the word of the day and phrase of the day were used by Toastmaster Nikita, Toastmaster Kalpana, Toastmaster of the day Aarti, Toastmaster Ankit, and Toastmaster Manas. Also, we did hear a few interesting words such as equilibrium, which I'm a chemical engineer, so I know it means forward reaction is equal to backward reaction, but yes. The next one was a funny word, pressure cooker. Coming to phrases, I do have a long list of nicely used phrases. First one would be helping hand, leap of faith, two sides of a coin, to fight like cats and dogs, which I do regularly with my sister, be on your toes, blink of an eye, and bits and pieces. All right, so also we did hear a lot of inspiring and amazing quotes by Mahatma Gandhi, Mark Twain, and obviously Harvey Specter. The delivery style of each and every speaker was beautiful. It was all ended with a conclusion, which definitely made us with a food for thought. Coming to the end, given said that the meeting was conducted beautifully, there's always a room for improvement. First would be instead of saying your voice is shaking, we can use you are not clear or you are not properly audible. Also, I would like to add, when we are nervous, we tend to overuse the articles. So we can make a note when to use a, an, or the. Also, we can make a note on when to use phrasal verbs, such as neither, nor, or either, or. Also, I would like to add, instead of saying I'm not able to hear you, we can say I am unable to hear you. Adding to it, instead of saying you are not audible, we can say you are inaudible. Also, instead of saying it grew very stronger, we can say it grew stronger. So we can just, so very is an overused word, we can skip that. So yes, that is all from my end. General Evaluator Haripriya. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Grammarian report was very brief. That is what I was very keenly listening to it. What are the exact errors which have been occurred by every one of us? Thank you so much for the brief report. Okay, so can we have the polling for these short-term stage role players? That is the grammarian. Do we have that? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, 5 seconds to go. Okay. So, Master, all the votes have been counted?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Zoom Master. Now, let me move upon to the main segment, which I feel is very crucial. I was listening so carefully to each and every one of you, and seriously, gee, should I take it as a blessing in disguise or not? I really want to understand. I never got this answer since 2 years of my Toastmasters journey. So let me start upon this, and I would want to state a code before that, because this is very important. Before any evaluation has been done, I would want to listen very carefully. The natural response to any evaluation is to be feel judged in a matured way, to respond with the gratitude and love the feedback, as stated by the Henry Cloud. So this is what, if you are very good taking the feedback in a positive way, it would be great for me from my end. So let me start with the Sergeant at Arms. Very well stated ground rules. You had energy as well. The only thing which was missing, I can just say, was mission has to be mentioned at the first, then the ground rules. That's the only suggestion from my side for the Sergeant at Arms. And now coming to the presiding officer, you have really done the great job by opening the meeting, but actually it has to be done by the Sergeant at Arms, not by the presiding officer. The Sergeant at Arms will open the meeting, and the presiding officer will start with delivering what exactly leadership skills are. You have definitely shown the video, and even I was very interested to see what is it exactly going on, what exactly the meaning was. You did try to convey the meaning at the end, but it would have been great if you have stated something about Toastmasters first, then display the video, and then next you could have given the message, why you have shown us that video. So that would have made very clear why are we here in Toastmasters. And then the next suggestion is you have to mention the flow of the meeting. It was definitely mentioned by the Toastmaster of the day, but it has to be mentioned by the PO itself. And now the next, I see that you have introduced the guest for sure. It was also important to introduce the present guest Toastmasters, already Toastmasters from the outside, and as well your members of the club. Just mention their name. So this was the feedback for the presiding officer. And next, I would like to start from the tag team over here. Very well done, timer. I don't think so. I would have done really well job by pinging up on your screen. I am still thinking, how did you manage to do that? I was just checking. So it was a very fantabulous that you have briefed exactly about your timer points, the speaker, the evaluator, and as well the table topics timing. It was good. The only thing, he was keeping on banging on the chat box, please ping him. So I guess something got missed, and that's the reason I was in a gallery mode. That's the reason I was able to see him and his timer cards. So I hope that's the only point to be taken care, that he needs to be pinged if he asks for. And another suggestion would be, instead of that, you can have moved with the sharing screen cards. That would have been better, because these are the technicalities in the virtual stage where nobody are actually very well versed. Even I am bad in technicalities. So that could be a challenge. It's better we go to our normal mode, sharing screen mode. And yeah, that's it from my end for the timer. And now coming upon to the grammarian person, you have done a fantabulous job. You have briefed, you have given the introduction, I must say. Why is it important? Why grammar is important in our life? Why that vocabulary is important in our life? You have done very well job. And also I was constantly observing that you were pasting it in a chat box. So there is a suggestion from my side. Instead of doing that, what I do usually, what we do in the Hyderabad is we display the image, we write it in an image, and I share that to the timer. The timer displays it at the beginning of the 5 minutes of the speaker. Then it changes to green color, then the red color, right? But still he can see the word of the day and the idiom of the day. That one. Second suggestion I can give is you can keep your virtual background. That would be helpful. So this is my suggestion, and the rest of the thing is all good. And coming to the next person, that is our counter. Our counter, you have done a very well job. You have briefed and you have given introduction for sure, and you have also given the 1, 2, 3, how many times we have used our counter, and all the filler words. It would be easy for your job even if you would have displayed the screen. This is what we do usually when we write it in a notebook, or when we write it in a virtual, in a PPT, we mention the name and how many times he has used that. So that would be very brief, and that will show that how much apt you are utilizing this role in your life. That shows a commitment towards your role. Now coming upon to the both grammarian and our counter together, one feedback would be, give a tips. After you give the suggestions and everything, give a tips, more suggestions, like why it is. I always feel to go, there is a particular thing, practice, read, write, Those are the tips we can actually use. You have to read constantly, you have to practice constantly, you have to listen constantly. These are the tips we give it to them. So it's better you use that. And now coming upon to these speakers, I am none to evaluate them because already they have been evaluated and they have been twisted and turned by all the evaluators. So I'm not to do that. Only one suggestion I can give to the speakers is, yes, I understand it's a virtual stage and it is very difficult for us to stand. It's very difficult for us to deliver over here. But it would be good if you give the speech standing position. So that will enhance yourself and enhance the Toastmasters journey, which you're actually gunning for. Your special suggestions and your, you can say you're grooming yourself. So just deliver your speeches in the standing way. That's the only suggestion. And now coming up to the evaluators first. All the evaluators have done the fantabulous job. They have choose the CRC approach. They have also mentioned the good points, bad points, and everything. And they have also given a conclusion in appropriate manner. Only one of the evaluator was missing somewhere the CRC approach. He could have just mentioned it in a clear way. That one was missing, and I'll take it that offline. But only for all the evaluators, only one suggestion from my side is you have to always give a challenge. That's what it is. You have to give them one challenge from the improvement so that they can implement that in their next coming up speech and they will improve. That is what we do in Hyderabad. I have no idea what exactly happens in Mumbai, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, so now coming up to the main person, that is Toastmaster of the day. Amazing. And you have also seen that the bonding, I was watching from the beginning in the group that you were asking for the introduction. That's well good. And you have almost done it and you have felicitated the entire meeting, and you have also given your own personal story related to this particular theme. And let me tell you, this Toastmaster of the day was really a blessing in disguise. You have nailed it to that core. There are few things which I would want to tell for a Toastmaster of the day is, it is the duty of a Toastmaster of the day that to be well versed before 10 minutes of the meeting, where all the role players are on time and are they coordinating with the Zoom master, because there was a glitches in between and they were mentioning that can I take it forward and my speech is so and so timing. So these things has to be conveyed before itself, not during the meeting, in order to avoid the delay. And that was one thing. And also an audio video check should have been done. I'm sure that PO was actually mentioning about it. That's the reason the meeting was open at the 3:30. Very well done job. But still you have to follow up. That is what it is. Until unless you don't follow with the people, the work is not being done. And yeah, that's the point. And I would want to give few suggestions more, which we follow in Hyderabad. Hopefully it will be useful for you all. The roster of the meeting. If you mention the speaker name, the title, the project, and the mentor itself, it will be easy for the secretary to note down the MOM when he see the roster. In that roster itself, there will be a Zoom link, there will be the time of the meeting, and also the social media links mentioned. So that will be, I hope that could be helpful. If you want that sample, I can forward it to the president if anybody messages me. And I was waiting for the agenda. That should be done by the Toastmaster of the day. And that would be great if that agenda was very appropriate. So that agenda was missing. And this is a thing which I have learned from my mentor, that is Toastmaster Alfred, long back when I was very new, pretty new. He always says that whenever you introduce, even if you notice when I was introducing everyone, I was mentioning what did they say, what intro they have given to me, then I was mentioning their name. Not the name first, and not the introduction, right? That is how you have to make people curious. Are who is he? Did he speak about? So that's where it is. You have to introduce their statement first, then the name. That would be really great. And the last thing is, guys, energy. Energy was somewhere missing, and that's what I believe it is very, very important and crucial. Be energetic, be happy, be smiling. That's what it helped you out in the entire and throughout the meeting. I hope I have not spoken more. And the only one more thing is what I came to know to Toastmaster Ankit, that general evaluator is the one who takes up the only evaluator's introduction, not the tag team introduction. What we follow is, after Toastmaster of the day, he calls the general evaluator, then I introduce the tag team. They just brief about their role, then they leave. Then we have a speaker, then we have a table topic, then I come back again, then I introduce everyone. So that's we follow in Hyderabad. So this flow in Mumbai is different. So that's the reason I guess we were confused, introduction whom to be given. We were pretty confused. Even tag team was confused whether to give to Toastmaster or whether to give to general evaluator. That's completely okay. Every club has its own culture. So that's it from my side, and I am very, very happy. Thank you for Toastmaster Ankit that he invited me to give a general evaluator report. I hope I am not that blunt. I hope I was also following the CRC approach. And yes, that's it from my side. And thank you so much. And over to you, the Toastmaster of the day for the bond. I hope I've helped the Speakers Community Club.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your detailed evaluation. Now I would like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Sherin. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Aarti. We have one poll remaining. Zoom Master, can we have that as well?
Yes, yes. Out of 30. Done.
Okay. I request everyone to switch on their videos. We can have one picture.
I've taken the picture.
Yeah, thank you. Just tell me when the certificates are ready. We can announce that as well.
Yeah.
By that time, Ankit, would you like to say more about the 25th meeting?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Sharon, for giving me this opportunity. So, members, we are coming to a very special celebration for our club. That is the 25th meeting. So it's a milestone meeting for our club. We started in Jan and now we have already reached 25th meeting. And we thought, why not make it special and make it a fun meeting and a meeting which everyone will remember till the 50th meeting. So for that, we, as you already know, that we are planning for a lot of things. Members know about it, so guests may not know about it. So I'm just telling it. So we are planning for not to have a regular meeting, but a meeting which will be a lot of fun, wherein we'll also have talent show by our members. We'll also have some games, and we'll have dignitaries from the district come and address us. For the talent show, we are looking forward to having more people come and showcase their talent. Obviously, as you know, Toastmasters is a supportive environment. We are all there to hear, learn, and grow. Even if you're not that well versed, you're not a professional with respect to that talent, but you can please come out and share that talent with everyone. We would love to hear you, and you'll get the virtual applause here from everyone. So if you are interested in maybe singing, dancing, any musical instrument, poetry, anything that you feel that you have that talent, or you are still at the nation stage but would want to come and do it on the stage, you're free and welcome for that. So please, if you want to do it, get in touch with our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Sachin, as he's collating all the requests. And yes, that's it. And we also will be looking forward to your support with respect to the announcement that we have. So we'll be having further announcements with respect to the 25th meeting soon. The meeting will be on 8th of August. So the next meeting is the 25th meeting. So 8th of August. So be ready, and looking forward to the enthusiasm throughout the 2 weeks. Thank you. And over to you, Sharon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. Zoom Master, Preetam, can
Yes.
you show this? Yeah.
Manas, kindly pin the winners. Okay. I'll share the screen.
Yes.
I'm sharing the screen. And,
So the best
for the
speaker,
best speaker
again
yes,
goes to Nikita. Congratulations, Nikita. I think you had the icebreaker as well.
Manas, kindly pin Nikita. Wait. Photo yet to be taken. Yeah. I've. Yes, I've took the photo. Yes. Thank you.
Great. Next, we have the best table topic, Toastmaster Harsh. Oh, we see a big smile.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Harsh.
Yes, I've took the photo.
Next, we have the best role player,
Best evaluator.
best evaluator, Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you for giving me the best evaluator.
Yeah, photo taken.
Best role player, Toastmaster, our general evaluator, Haripriya. Thank you so much, Haripriya. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharon.
Yep.
Auxiliary. I think Charu is doing this for the first time, Grammarian. Congratulations, Charu.
Thank you.
Yep, taken.
I think all the, yeah. The icebreaker certificate goes to Toastmaster Harsh. Congratulations, Harsh.
Thank you everyone.
Wait, I'll take the photo. Okay.
Okay. I think we are done with all the certificates, and with that, I declare the meeting closed, and hope to see you in the next meeting as well. All the Toastmasters and the guests as well, and hope the guests convert to being Toastmasters. Thank you everyone. We can continue with our networking section, and yes.